Good morning, everyone. Good morning.
Good morning,
All
class.
right. Good morning, Arena.
Hi, Jason.
Thank you for going the shopping trip to Target to come to the sales meeting. I appreciate it.
How about throwing me under the bus? Anything again.
All right, let's get started. Oh, sorry. Thank you for showing up. You too, Heather. It's been a while. So thank you for
Slacker over here.
All right, turn off your phones, please, or else we're going to call you.
Who invented that?
Yeah.
You
July.
can have it on vibrate.
I have two phones. This is
Carly
not
has been
fair.
instructed to tackle you before you leave to get that $5.
Yeah,
Okay?
better be changing them to call you.
All right, it's coming training. We've got Escrow 101 with Rachel in our escrow division, Main Street Escrow. So please come if you need a refresher on the escrow process. Come to the class today at 1:30 right here in this training room. All right. Then we have tomorrow MLS and Zip Forms with myself and Renee. Renee is a Zip Forms certified trainer. She is an instructor certified to teach Zip Forms. So she's going to come put her skills to the test and hopefully teach you guys some new trips in Zip Forms. Also tomorrow, you see a flyer on your desk, on your seats, the ribbon cutting for our office in Hanford. So if you can please go out there and show your support. It's at 5:30 in the Hanford office. I think the address is on there, so all the information is on that flyer on your chair. Then we have Monday, Quick Start. Quick Start, what does that entail of for new agents? Christian, can you tell us what Quick Start is?
Basically, it's all office information. We give you staff photos along with, kind of their duties, your who list. You get gate codes, any questions that you need answered. It's just kind of orientation of the whole office.
There you go. There you go. Thank you. And on Tuesday, we have Zip Forms Broker Edition. Now what that is, that's coming soon. Zip Forms Broker Edition is something we just started. Renee and Christy have been working hard to get this set up. What this does, it allows the office to set up the templates for you that you can use. So the office creates the checklist, they create the templates. So all you have to do is utilize those templates. And we get to update the templates as well. So you don't have to worry about updating your templates.
Whoa.
So we get to add forms. So we're going to add the local ag disclosure for you guys. So it's in Zip Forms.
Oh, that's good.
The missing disclosure
quick
form.
question. Would you guys, you know how on your templates you can actually check certain things? I don't know if I should do that in there, or would you guys rather check the NHD box, just so you guys always end up with the NHD. Would you guys rather do that yourself, or would you rather have it on the templates I set up for you?
Depends who you're writing in.
So once you set up the templates, do we personalize them to ourselves?
Yeah, you'll have to, I'm sure, go into the cover sheet and personalize them. But you know how on a regular, I don't know if you guys use templates, but on a regular template you have certain things already built in. But I don't want to put something in there you guys don't want.
Would you like to check it after you put it in there? If you're using that template and you put something in there and it doesn't apply to our transaction, can we uncheck the box?
Yeah,
Or-
sure.
Right, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, because like I went in on our team templates and put, because I know in the past we've missed like an HOA, so I ended up checking all those in my templates and just put if applicable. So that way, if for some reason we don't get it, it's already there that the seller's supposed to pay the transfer fee.
So if you guys have more questions, you should come to that class. You guys can go through the feedback and get the feedback from Christy, because we definitely want to tailor to meet your needs, and we can change it. Nothing's written in stone. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you have anything else, Christy?
No, I just wanted to kind of get a feel of
What time was this? When is it?
It is next Tuesday, 1:30, right here. All right? Go ahead, Candace. I'll let you have your question.
Thank you. I think a lot of people would
I
have the
know
same
it's probably
way.
benefit the group, so go ahead.
Real quick, how do we get access to it?
We're working on that. Yeah.
Okay,
Everybody will have a sign, or it'll have a general sign in for everybody.
okay.
All right? Thank you, and thank you too for working on that. That's a project that we've been working on for a
That's
while. I
awesome.
appreciate it. It's gonna be great. All right. Next, let's see what we have here. Family reunion, end of the year awards banquet. I think we've said this every sales meeting, so you guys should know when the meeting is for end of the year awards. Test, when's the end of the year awards banquet?
February 18th,
All right, where's it located?
Main Street.
Okay, good, you all passed. All right, Main Street Escrow. Yes, please come up. Let's give Main Street Escrow a round of applause.
We just want to say thank you for contributing to the success of Community Escrow. 2014, we had a 15% capture rate increase versus 2013. So keep them coming. We're ready for more and more and more and more and more.
What was our capture rate?
The capture rate was 38.
38% of the listings sold, we got 30% of those escrows.
So of course we'd like to increase that, and everything that's made in Main Street Escrow goes back into Keller Williams, so that's also a benefit. Keep bringing the escrows in. We still have one more drawing April, was it 1st, I think?
Yep.
All expense paid in May camp. So keep that coming. And escrow class today at 1:30, so send your TCs, or if you want to come join whoever, spread the word. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rachel. All right, next, Asa emailed me earlier, says he wasn't able to make it here, but do we have anybody else from Country Club that would like to say a few words? Maybe give us a rate update?
I can do that.
All right, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Diana Stuhan, next door, Country Club. And we're prepared today to make a little announcement, but I will tell you, rates are still very, very good. The conventional rates were about 3.75. FHA rates are still very low, so we're still real good on our rates. So sell, sell, sell.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Diana. All right, next we have Ms. Ruggles. You want to come up, Heather, and give us a presentation, sales pitch, whatever?
I get to talk in front of people.
Yeah. Yes.
Heather Ruggles with Property ID. Thank you all for your incredible support and business. I'm getting a ton of orders from this office and from Main Street, which I know is driven by you guys, and I appreciate that. If you're not writing in Property ID in your deals, why not? I think Christy should update Property ID just straight across everybody's zip line. All right, that's my sales pitch. When the new RPA came out, there's a new box, the environmental report. I suddenly had this huge increase in environmental reports. And I think people just check the box because they don't, it's there, why not, right? It's an extra coverage. If you want to do an environmental report, that's fine, it's your choice. The NHD and the tax is still $79. And that is for whether you order it, whether escrow orders it, in Tulare County, Fresno County, and Kings. If you want the environmental portion to that, is normally a $50 addition. They're doing it for $99. So we somehow always go back to that $99. So NHD and tax is still $79. If you want environmental, it is $99.
Is that additional?
No, total.
No. I mean, environmental. What do you get for that?
The environmental report is a additional report. It's always been an available report. I have only seen that report, honestly, in a couple of commercial deals and a couple of ag deals in a 15-month period. Suddenly, I'm seeing it on every residential house in Fresno County. I'm not sure why. The tax thing is a big deal. I get a lot of calls from people saying, is tax information included? That's always been a standard part of Property ID's report. I think with some of my competitors, it's an additional charge. The only time tax information is not available, or maybe available or questionable, is when you have a new subdivision and the APNs haven't been split up yet, and we just have a flat map. Sometimes those reports don't have the tax info. Any questions?
So that environmental would appear to be more applicable to ag property.
I think
And
so.
what kind of information do you get, do you know?
Commercial,
I
I
did it for residential, and it was just like local businesses that had, I don't know, like Paul Deathridge's name came up from his business in
okay.
Exeter. So it was within, I don't know what the distance was, but it was just local businesses that they had compressors, or you know what I mean, just something that might be environmentally related.
Well, those meth labs won't show up, dang it, that would be the thing.
Work on that, Heather.
I checked it because it was there, but it was kind of, I don't know.
It is, I can send you a sample. If anybody wants it, you can also go to propertyid.com, and there's a place where you can view what a sample environmental report looks like. But basically with your NHD and your tax, in most residential cases, that's all you're gonna need.
Is the local option in full in the report now?
Well, it should be. minus the flooding situation, because that wasn't mapped, your specific street. But yes, the oak tree should be in there.
I think the last one I got, the oak tree was not in there, so I just wanted to see if.
The oak tree should be, and I will follow up on that today, make sure, because I've bugged them a ton. And I've seen it in reports, so I know it's there. Sometimes it should be there.
And then we're gonna have the zip forms too, the local ag oak tree disclosure, that as well.
Well, some people were subbing because they had MHD, they weren't doing a local option, and then, of course, it was not a full local option in there, or it didn't cover it.
Please don't do both.
Yes, please do both until we can make sure that that's consistent.
All right, anything else?
I felt like we were in church earlier, we're gonna be a terrible pastor and fall mountain.
Walking in late.
Yeah, walking in late. Yeah, Jeremy, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, you guys.
Thanks, Heather, and welcome, Jeremy. Thanks for showing up, bud. All right, next we have Dan Starkey, a new partner we have. He's going to talk a little bit about credit repair. Welcome, Dan.
Thank you. Morning, everyone. I'm Dan Starkey with Prime National Credit Repair. I'm the newest MSA. Glad to be hopefully working with you soon. I sent an introductory email yesterday with some information. But basically, credit repair, I can get negative items removed from your client's credit reports within about 30 to 45 days. It's a flat rate. It's between $600 and $1,200. And our success rate on removal items is upwards of 50–60% on most items. So you've got a client who isn't qualified currently, and maybe you need to get some additional points to get them that loan qualified. Or if they are qualified and they'd love to save some money by having a few extra points off of their mortgage, I can save. I've had success stories of point increases of between 25 and over 100 points on your credit score, and the impact that has on a mortgage is a great success I've had recently, $400 per month. So if you pay $1,000 for the service, you're going to get that paid in a couple of months, and for the next 29 years, you can benefit from it. So, or until you refi.
Question, if the negative thing actually happened to them on the credit, say they had mortgage late, so they had a collection or whatever, how do you get it removed?
So, frankly, most credit reports have errors on them, and it can be a valid issue, but if if the credit bureaus can't verify it, then they must remove it. And so we are fighting things that are inaccurate and they shouldn't be on there. We're getting those removed. But there's also some items that they are derogatory. They're a collection account. Maybe that account was transferred from one company to the next, and if the files got lost, when the credit bureaus need to then follow up and get hard copy evidence that actually should be on there, but they can't get it within 30 days, which is what they are required to do by law, then it must be removed. So they actually just have, there's only two courses of action for the credit bureaus when a dispute is brought up to them in writing. They have to then contact each and every one of those creditors, get hard copy evidence in their hand that says, yes, that's accurate and verified and needs to stay on there. And if they don't, then it gets removed.
It gets removed permanently?
It does, yes.
It can't go back on there?
Correct.
On all three?
Well, we dispute with all three.
Can't it go back on if they get hard copy proof after the fact? Because
30
I've
days.
seen that happen several times in
Well,
the past.
I haven't heard of that happening, but we are removing them permanently, and I guess it would take proactive effort for it to be added back on there. Yeah.
And we're having a class on this as well, February 25th. So he'll be here to answer all your questions, get more in depth and thorough and detail. Show up there.
Yes.
Say my client pays $1,000 to get his derogatories removed and you're not able to, does he get any kind of a discount, or is he just lost?
Yeah, I do have a 100% money back guarantee if we get no items removed. Now, usually I'm talking, my clients are dealing with getting a half a dozen items off, or I've had a credit report that had 80 items on it. So obviously the range, everyone is different, every account that I'm disputing is different, but if I get 0 items off, then you're going to get your money back. But I've given one refund in 2 years, so it does happen, and there's some clients you'll bring to me and I'll say, I can't help you. I want to be very transparent in terms of what I can and cannot do. I realize that when you come to me, your reputation's on the line, and I need to uphold that and make sure that I communicate well and that I say that I'm going to do. I do what I say I'm going to do. So you look good.
Great.
Does the client pay upfront, or do they pay like a deposit and then they pay at the end? How does that work?
They pay up front, and that triggers the start of the service. I need a copy of their driver's license, copy of their social, and their check, and then we get started. From that point, it's about a 45 days before they get their first results. If things didn't come off in the first round, we will sometimes or often do a second round. And if it doesn't come out in 2 rounds, then it's probably not going anywhere. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Are you pulling their credit as well?
Oh, yes.
I don't pull their credit. I'm not legally allowed to. So the credit report will come from either the lender or banker that they're dealing with, or they can actually pull it for themselves. I use a source. It's called creditchecktotal.com. For $1, they can run it. Has all 3 scores. It's got a nice, well-organized credit report. So those are the 2 ways that they get it. Yes, sir.
We have attempted using credit repair before, but the problem that we've been seeing is that when they tell us the credit report is ready, we pull the credit report and the accounts are in dispute mode. And being a lending, we cannot close a loan when it's in dispute mode. So are you actually, like I said earlier, you're actually removing it completely?
I am. It's like I'm taking an eraser to their credit report, and that account is no longer showing up on their report. Yes, there are situations where dispute language shows up, and actually we can argue and get those statements removed as well. So there's a lot of different aspects to this, and we can cover that on February 25th, or after the meeting. I'm sticking around. You can call me or email me anytime. But
Thank you.
Question or
one more question,
Just
and then
if we can get your contact information, please.
yes, I'm in the back. I've got brochures. I've got business cards. Anything you need.
His information is also on
Oh,
our
yeah.
MSA countertop.
Okay.
So
you
his
do
business
identity
cards,
changes,
brochures.
reissue social security numbers.
Again, being transparent, being like what I can and cannot do. I get the question asked a lot. Do you do debt consolidation? Do you do debt settlement? I don't do that. I do credit repair. Think of the eraser. I take things and I erase them from your credit report. There's other companies that do that, but that's not what I do. I'm credit repair.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you. All right, good information. Thank you. And his information is in the back, like you said. All right, Troy. Look at that. Look at that.
That is much more.
Is that Steel Magnum, or what is that?
Yeah, I'm taking names for that look. There's a suggestion box downstairs. Steel Magnum, I do like that.
Nobody's gonna mess with it.
Yeah. Oh, give me a serious look, and that was the best one I could come up with. It looks serious, doesn't it? Like you're in trouble. That's the look I use with my kids. I'm like, serious? Yeah.
Let your kids see that one.
Yeah. And they don't even take me seriously. Okay, page 9 and 10 of the new RPA, there is initials required at the bottom. We're seeing a lot of those are getting missed. So just be aware that when you're having your buyer sign pages 9 and 10, there is an initial spot for them at the bottom, okay? Second thing is there's not new requirements, but they have been added to the Business and Professions Code regarding teams. And they are opening that up a little bit. So be aware that if you have a team name that does not include one of the surnames of the agents. So your team, all good, right? Because you have your names on it as a team. It's when it's identifying the team as something that could be other than the brokerage. That you have to really be careful of, okay? So just be aware of that. If you are doing a team name though, it's a good idea to just keep yourself off the radar of people that are looking for violations, to just put your license number on it and my broker's license number, okay? And that way, anything that you're mailing out, just do it on anything, because I mean, they're wanting to see it on business cards, car magnets, yard signs. They're just wanting to make sure that they can find your broker if they have a complaint, and so just be clear on that. Anybody here, third thing, anybody here ever had a difficult transaction with a client? And maybe you didn't feel like, you know, they thought you were the best ever? Anybody here? Anybody here? Okay. You know, I have an interesting saying that when somebody calls me and they're like, well, you know, we want to use such and such escrow company, and I'm like, well, you know, and we don't want to use Main Street Escrow, and I say, well, why would I do that? Why would I allow that? You know, and they say, well, you know, we're not gonna. I say, hey, we are an escrow company. You understand that? You know what I mean? So who do you refer to buy or sell a house? Just because you may have had a bad experience in the past with one of your clients, you no longer refer yourself? You're not going to pick another agent now to refer to? No, of course not, right? So I just want to really pump up Main Street Escrow. They're doing a fantastic job. We have 38% capture rate, is that what you said, from last year? And we want to double that this year, okay? And that means just on our listings that sell, we need to get to, we want to get to at least 70%. We're stocked with excellent escrow officers and assistants out there, and we're there to serve you. We are an escrow company here, okay, as well. So we want to make sure that we're referring ourselves to our own clients, all right? So just backing you guys up. You guys are doing a fantastic job, and they're handling all my stuff. So great job. Go fight sell.
Yeah, that's a great picture. All right, lessons learned.
Steel
Lessons learned. Let's share a lesson that somebody learned. Anyone? Daisy, did you learn something today? I know you did. No?
She's only 11.
What did you hear?
All day.
No, I'm just navigating through KW and University, and if none of you guys, if you haven't gone through that, it's just so much information as far as how you should, like, I just printed out a 200-page manual for how to win with the sellers. And if you haven't gone through RS as well, I highly recommend it, and the manuals are on there. There's just so much information on KW University, and I think that it's just not, you kind of get lost on the KW, you know, the edge and the internet. But if you just go into KW University and the Mountain, there's just so much information as far as scripts and seller questionnaires and everything that you need to go for a listing appointment, a buyer's consultation, and they're all printed out and ready for you. All you have to do is print it out and you're ready to go.
Right.
So,
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's all there. In KW University, there's a manual for everything. She was like, wow, I can't believe this is all there. There's a checklist for open houses, everything, scripts, buyer consultation form, seller questionnaire, everything there. So when you go into kw.com, you just go into Education, Keller University, and it's all there. All right. Thank you, Daisy, for reluctantly sharing that information. I appreciate it. Anybody else? Lessons learned? No? One more, please. Anyone? Anyone? All right. I guess the bucket fills.
Wait, we got another one back here.
Yeah.
I actually have one. I found out that there's 2 ways of skinning a cat. So anyway, if you can't get in the front door, you go to the back door, right? Okay. So I want to thank Troy and Christy for helping me out on a transaction just recently.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We'll just jump ahead to the bucket filling, but let's go to the bucket. Let's recognize our birthdays here. Vernon Spence, Ron Shotsky. Ron's here. Hey, Ron. Happy birthday. Coming up. Now, Troy, our culture minute.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I knew there was something exciting I had to say.
Troy was very excited about this when I texted him.
I know. I had a really funny tirade I was going to do that was profanity laced, but it wasn't me. So anyway, but speaking without profanity in the marketplace, the Bible tells us that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And that might be going beyond what this is talking about, because it talks about what you do outside this office and what you put in. And if you use that kind of language outside the office, likely you're going to use it here. But it is unprofessional, and like having a uniform of professionalism, it might be the way we dress to go to work. It's also not professional to be using profanity or have other agents being on the phone, and their clients going, are you in a bar or what's going on? You know what I mean? Okay, so we definitely want to, when we step in the front door, use the proper etiquette in our language and uphold the highest level of professionalism as we speak as well. All right?
Thank you. All right. Operation Shoebox, there's flyers out there. We're basically giving stuff for the troops. If you get a flyer, there's out there on the counter, so I won't spend a lot of time on this, but definitely do what you can. I think, when's the deadline to submit that? February the
February,
5th? Sorry, I put you on the spot.
Yeah.
It's on the flyer.
It's on the flyer.
February 18th is the.
There you go.
January 30th.
By the way, we did not get any requests yet, but we're still going to try it. This virtual tour thing we're going to do. So if you have something you want on our virtual tour at the sales meeting next week, make sure you email Brittany, and we'll get a slide up this for you so you can do a little brief pitch on your listing. All right?
What do you email her? Just telling her you
There,
want to do
she
it?
sent out an email last week giving the directions, so I'll have her resend that out to you guys. And she'll give you, basically it's 1 to 2 pictures, a couple of descriptions.
You want to email this. You want to email 2 pictures, this, and who you are. That's what you want to email right there. Just like really simple, really basic, and then you can get up and talk about the property briefly. All right?
That's all free?
That's all free. All right? Didn't like that. Quiz. All right. Now we have a little quiz for you guys. Yes, a quiz. Yes, we're going to do a quiz. Okay.
What do we get?
And
What do we get?
we're going to get paydays. All right?
You get a payday.
And if you know the answer, stand up. All right? If you're standing up already, turn in a circle. All right? So when does a green sheet need to be turned in, Gottlieb?
Within 5 days.
Is that right? All right, 'cause I don't know.
Wait, I just know
5
the
days.
answer. That doesn't mean that I'd always follow.
Hey, wait, you and Jason are twinning.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's okay?
That's okay.
Because I picked the buzzer.
Yes, it's okay. If you stand up before the
You're out
person
now.
answers, that's fine. Okay. When does a listing need to be submitted to .loop?
Oh.
When does a listing need to be submitted to .loop? Stand up.
Oh, within 3 days.
Is it 3 days? Is that correct? Oh.
Oh, 5 days.
I was gonna say 5. All right. All right. When does a closing need to be submitted into .loop? Stand up. You know it.
Fine from there.
Is that right? 5 days? All right, here you go, Yellies. All right. All right. What is the difference between a disclosure and advisory? The first one to stand up.
A disclosure is required, and advisory doesn't have to be signed by everybody. It's just that a disclosure has to be signed by both, advisory only by who you're advised to.
Is that right, judges? All right. That's 2.
She wanted one too.
All right. Okay. One more.
You're right.
Ready? You guys ready? When is a QS required? Go ahead.
When you have escrow with Chicago title.
Is that true?
I just had.
Is that what we said?
Correct answer.
Because that's what popped up.
That
There
is
you
the
go.
correct answer.
All right, thank you. All right.
Provide them up to it.
All right. Needs and wants? Anyone? Terry.
I have a buyer up to about 500, who's looking northwest side, needs RV parking, newer home, 2-story, Marseille area. If anybody's got something in their pocket, let me know. But I need RV parking. Almost a
Jerry?
I have a new listing on Glendale in Chaparral. It's 2640 square feet. Is that how big it is?
2635.
2635. 4 bedroom, 3 bath for $299. It's a really nice house. Does have RV parking. And I took a new listing of that one. They're loading the stuff in storage. It should be available to show by the end of the week. And I just took one on Locust yesterday for $125,000, 2-in-1, 1-car garage for $129,000, and the carpets are being cleaned, and as soon as that's done, it'll be on the market this week as well.
All right. Thank you, Jerry. Anyone else? Buyer wants needs?
I need a listing agent that wants a listing referral in Squaw Valley, in Badger, actually. So if you want to work that far out, come talk to me after the meeting.
Anyone else?
I think maybe Ed will go there. I do need a listing in
Is it a mobile home?
Cobblestone,
No,
I mean, not
Avery.
Cobblestone, I need a listing in Eastbrook or Castlewood. I have buyers for both of them. If anybody has something.
Anyone else? All right, bucket fillers. Come on, let's get at least 2 today. Come on, come on. Fill buckets.
I want to fill.
No, don't fill my bucket, please.
No, it's been very helpful, and yesterday, well, ever since this power outage thing, we have not been able to get our printer in our office to work, and he almost had to give up because he was very busy. He thought it was fried, but he did something, and now we're back in business, and we very much appreciate it.
Every time I have a question, which is often because that's how I operate, I can go to Christy, and she's so patient with me. I thank you very much.
All right. Jean?
I'd like to say thank you to Ron for helping me with my open house this last Sunday since I double booked myself. I was so ambitious. And anyway, so I called Ron and he helped me out. Thank you very much, Ron.
Anyone else?
On the same paragraph, and the new sentence, I'm still looking for an open house Friday and Saturday.
All right.
So if anybody doesn't mind having an open house Friday and Saturday, let me know.
All right. Anyone else? Any more buckets? Yes, Wayne.
Oh, this isn't really a bucket, but I just wanted to, anybody who has not noticed Jason's Dick Tracy watch should go over and check it out. He says it's, yeah, your fancy Dick Tracy watch.
Tap it.
He says that, I think it's really a toy, but he says it's high tech.
12 more days. Is it connected to
Red team go, red team go.
The eagle has landed.
All right, well, just a reminder, Keller Willis Realty, Hanford, office tomorrow. Please show up. Otherwise, have a great day.
How long will that go, by the way, do you know? Any idea how long that'll be?